There's a lot of cool things that can be said about the Masters of Ceremony album. 857 has definitely come a long way in their craft. You know, like it's very well put together. They did their thing on this track. Like you can see that all three of them are definitely like solid MCs. Anyone can start a track, anyone can finish a track, anyone can be in the middle, and it'll still be great. You know what I'm saying? Like that's proven on the Masters of Ceremony track. The title track is totally dope. Like definitely check it out. Highly recommend it.
So I just listened to the new 857 album, Masters of Ceremony. I really like the song Rewind. I think it has a pretty dope beat to it. And just like the title says, you know, Rewind, they're talking, reminiscent about good times they had growing up. It's a pretty good beat to it, and, you know, also makes you, it's pretty relatable. You kind of think about the times you had, and, you know, the high school days and the bad days and just your childhood memories that you cherish. It's a good song. I liked it. Another song that I really liked was Liny. It's a pretty expressive song. You hear different voices and different points of views, and just, you know, it's definitely beats out the crap that we have for hip hop nowadays.
Okay, there's a few things I really like about the Master of Ceremonies album. First, some of their beats have this really cool, like, haunting quality to them. That's really beautiful and unique to a hip hop album. I also really liked they have this cool, like, back and forth in their lyrics between being passionate and having a sense of humor, which I think makes their lyrics, it gets their message out in a more relatable way. And then my favorite thing on the whole album, I can pinpoint down to a single lyric, The Stage, My Higher Ground. I think it's totally brilliant. I'm a little obsessed with it. I want it on a t-shirt. I want it on a cool, like, typography print for my wall. I've never heard it before, and I'm definitely going to share it with all of my artist friends. Yeah, give it a listen. It's totally worth it.
So I just finished listening to the 857 album, Masters of Ceremony, and I would have to say on the album, my favorite songs would have to be Raise It Up, because the flows are ridiculous and the beat is awesome, and also I would have to say Rewind. Rewind kind of brings me back to listening to hip-hop from the 90s, which is great because I grew up in the 90s and music is not like that anymore. So I highly encourage people to listen to Rewind and the rest of the album.
I just got done listening to 857's new album, Masters of Ceremony. It's a great album. You can tell they worked really hard on it. I think my favorite song, though, is Rewind. It's got a great beat. It's like really like kind of throwback, and I just like hearing the guys talk about their childhoods. I'm like a sucker for nostalgia, so I really, really enjoyed that one. It's a really great album, but that one is definitely my favorite.
So for those of you who don't know about 857, you need to start listening to them because their new album, Masters of Ceremony, is probably my favorite album yet. Every single track on there is just awesome. It's got a great beat. I mean, probably though my favorite is Raise It Up. I mean, if that's going to be the only track you're going to check out, check that track out first, because once you check that out, you are not going to be disappointed. 857 all the way, baby.
Raise It Up. This song is actually pretty fucking on point. The lyrics, sick. The backup vocals, A+, or A-, whatever. But in all seriousness, guys, I forgot it was you at the end of the song, which is cool, and trust me, it's good.